Oh, blow it up a little bit more. I can't see it. Me. Crooked Joe, huh?
Now understand that whole post is two sentences.
Allowed to go to hell.
There's the first period right there.
Rhinos.
Republicans in name only.
Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so we'll just go ahead and resize it and leave it for reference.
I mean, I don't really know what to say with a crazy motherfucker right there, because if he don't believe that his shit was valued the way it was, why come he just didn't, take it to the, to the Super Bowl, to the real people? But they said he lied, and they want their, how much they owe them people in New York?
They suing him for $250 million.
You know he gonna file bankruptcy again, right?
If you can go bankruptcy on a judgment, I think Alex Jones did that with the Sandy Hook people.
Well, I'm just fucked up, and he has how many felonies now?
He has 91 felonies.
91 felonies. 91 felonies in 3 different states, and yet he can still run only in America. And then he makes this racist statement on Thanksgiving. And speaking of Thanksgiving, I want to let you know what I think about Thanksgiving.
What's up with Thanksgiving?
There was no fucking Plymouth Rock. The white man did not hit Plymouth Rock. There was no Thanksgiving. There was a slaughter. A lot of Indians died that day from smallpox, diseased, infected Europeans that came over here. And they took their land and they killed them, dog. And they made this word up Thanksgiving, just to make everybody feel comfortable. You know how you see in the books in school where they have the big old hats on and the ribbons and all that shit, and they bringing them a turkey. Only thing they brought the Indians was smallpox and gunpowder. They killed them, dog. Look in your history book and see when did the Indians sit down and eat a turkey leg with a white man. That shit didn't happen, dog. But, that's neither here nor there. It's a day for us people to take a day off, so I'm going to take my day off, and I'm going to feel good about it. But to say it was a Thanksgiving, there never was, because where the fuck is Plymouth Rock? I mean, ain't nobody asked this question. I don't know where Plymouth Rock is.
I never really cared enough in school to even ask.
I mean, these are things that make you go, they landed on Plymouth Rock and the Indians just greeted them and just wanted to share their land with them. You a damn lie. They just seen all that and said they wasn't using it right. They took it, dog.
Yeah, and as kids, we too young to even, think about, well, how did they get her and it was Indians her, but now ain't no Indians running the country.
They gave them, what's the thing that they won't give us as black people? Reparations. They got, I believe it's like $500 million sitting in the bank. And the Indians said the coldest shit in the world. That's not enough money in the bank for the blood of my people. Nigga, that's gangster right there. Because I would have cashed the check.
Right.
I would have cashed them other check. But you know what they do give them up north? They give them casinos, dog. And those payday loan stores, they all own, if you look on them, they all owned by tribal people and shit. That's how they get their money back, charging all that interest that the government know they shouldn't do, but they do it anyway. But we don't do nothing. Joe Biden ain't gonna be president because I don't see nobody really stepping up. And he ain't fighting gunpowder with gunpowder because dude just say whatever the fuck he want to say. And everybody just okay with it. So I don't really know what you can do about it besides vote. And most people don't really believe in voting because they don't think it's going to work. Speaking of Republicans, what you think about Mr. Daniel Cameron losing the election?
Well, Mr. Cameron only had one thing to run on, as far as I can see. And, you know, I think it's really just a matter of people just not really getting out to vote in the past. I mean, Louisville is a very big city, and probably without Louisville, he may have won. So,
do you really think Kentucky, a red state, was gonna let, and I'm gonna get censored, a nigga become governor of Kentucky? Do you really think all those white people were supporting him? You know Mitch McConnell changed his number once he lost that election, right?
Right.
Yeah. He can't even come to the parties no more. Now he got to go into private law because once he didn't convict the people who killed Breonna Taylor, man, wasn't nobody messing with him. And he tried to steal those teachers' pensions. They didn't forget about that shit. So, bye, Uncle Danny. You know, I always thought he looked like the cream of wheat man any motherfucker way. With the hat on, smiling and shit. You know, everybody that's black really ain't black. He ain't my motherfucking brother, but you know.
And he never had a decent hairline, ever.
No, he went to Supercuts. Did you see it on the internet?
I seen it.
Yeah, he was on the internet and had that cape on, and she was about to do him good. A self-respecting black man.
You cannot Photoshop that. He was there.
And he was sitting there smiling too.
Crunchy.
And she had some scissors. He really think he got her like Mitch McConnell. She had some scissors like this, dog, ready to go to work on his motherfucking head, just like this. But yeah, he didn't even win his own county where he was from. If I'm like, man, they gassed him up to run, dude, and then he didn't win. Yeah, you tell me when there's gonna be another black man that steps up and run as a Republican in Kentucky. They used him as a puppet, just like Herschel Walker, and look what it did to him. The same, it got Herschel nowhere. Probably he would try to be somebody he wasn't. Trying to be behind Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. The only thing you could be with them is to serve their food. They wasn't fucking with him like that, dog. And I'm really glad. But we only got so long. Motherfuckers better make a change to get out there and use their rights, or shit ain't gonna change. And it ain't looking like, you know, nothing right now. But if dude get in office, he gonna start changing shit. People gonna think that they can do whatever they want to. They do it now, but you know, I don't think neither party shit. But he don't know nothing. And every time somebody says something to him, though, it's a lie. Every goddamn thing. Not one thing's true. Not one thing. The shit I just read, everybody's a piece of shit for valuing his assets lower than what they were, you know. It's like everywhere he go, it's a motherfucker picking on him. Like he got kryptonite or something. So I'm just curious to know if they give him the nominee, who is he gonna pick as a vice president? That's gonna be some good shit. Who gonna stand up and be with Donald Trump?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be some pretty white woman who ain't never said nothing stupid. It's gonna be a very beautiful woman.
Not a minority?
Hell no.
Not a Condoleezza Rice?
He has no reason to trust black people after what the people in Atlanta and Philadelphia and Phoenix did to the election.
But you know, they went in trying to change everything on the voting thing. So if they're making it harder in them cities where you can't vote, like in Atlanta, they was trying to really do, I think, it was in Mississippi, where they were trying to change the voting code and stuff, and they told them with the unconstitutional or something, that they had to change it back because they was trying to outlaw, you know, harder for blacks to vote down there and stuff. I'm like, Mississippi's an all red state, and they still ruled in a motherfucker. I'm like, it's just like when you see racism in your face, dog, they act like it don't exist. It's the worst slap in the face that you can get, dude. When they just sit there and tell you it ain't what it is, dog. You just making shit up.
But dog, nobody points out the obvious. This peekaboo shit, man.
What peekaboo shit?
He calls her the Attorney General of New York racist and incompetent Attorney General of New York, Letitia Peekaboo James.
When I read that, that's what I thought that meant too, peekaboo. But his PR people gonna say he meant that it's like a little joke with her eyes or something.
He's been saying that for months.
Peekaboo, huh?
Peekaboo.
I wonder if he's writing this though, or somebody else was writing this and he just approving it. You know, 'cause he's senile. I don't think he's saying it's just somebody writing this shit for him. That would do
They
it.
be getting pissed off, be like, dude, he did it again. I told him not to, and he still does it. Dog, he did this on, only thing he said was Happy Thanksgiving. Everything else was everything you've heard every day. And dude, he talks about the judge's clerk, and this was right after the gag order got lifted.
But he convicted himself when, like, they told him, you can talk about me all day. They lured him into it. They tried to throw it on the accountant. He said, who else is in charge of this? And he's like, the other person that's in charge is it would be me and everybody else, you know. He threw everybody under the bus. He could have said, I don't know, my accountant does everything. He said me and everybody else. And I was watching CNBC, and like dude said he had to have the dumbest counsel ever, because all he had to do was say he didn't know or plead the fifth, but he wanted to be Donald Trump and talk, and they let him talk, gave him his 5 minutes. Like, you can say whatever you want to say, just answer the question. Because in this civil suit, he didn't need to have a conviction of the whole 12. All it took was 4. Because he's using campaign money. Now, he spent more time in court than actually being out on the road to trying to get elected and shit. And if you ask anybody, what has he ever done when he was in there? I just seen a commercial when they were trying to say gas was down to a so low and he was doing this. I'm like, I don't think I remember when he was president, he was fighting with LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick. Every other week he was saying some shit like he was just a celebrity and he just wanted to show you that he had power. That's all I know. But what else is going on? Really nothing in Louisville besides the same old blase motherfuckers trying to get money. We reopened up a new casino for suckers. We gonna get to pull the slots, so y'all come on down here with y'all quarters and help the economy grow. That's what y'all should do. Get lucky with us one time. Maybe I can open up a casino and they'll back me. They won't give you blackjack or craps and no shit like that. That's too heavy for it. They give you slots just like you just on a motherfucking boat playing shuffleboard on some sucker shit, But whatever, man. It'll keep the tourists happy, keep money generating in here. But won't none of the money go to where it need to go. I hope a bunch of homeless people set their tents out in front of it and start panhandling and just make them mad. That's what I hope. If they're kind of hating to take their money away, you think if the homeless people be out there, would they pay them just to go away? I think it opens on December the 6th. But I probably won't ever get in there unless it's something I really need to be in there, because I ain't really a big fan of the slots. You just feeding the damn duck just quarters and shit and just playing just to be playing. So that'll make 1, 2, we got 2 casinos now. So we really hurting Indiana's business now. So I don't know why they wasn't hating, because we ain't put up 2 slot machines. Only time people want to go over is when they can play some real blackjack and craps and stuff. So we really took away a lot of their money. Long overdue. So I guess Andy, before he get out of office, we'll be having recreational marijuana once they find a way to keep it away from us and keep it, keep it in the hands of the people who's supposed to have it. So we ain't been on here since about 2 or 3 weeks, ain't it?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And so much can happen. And and my memory vivid because of the THC that I take in. So you gotta bear with me. Sometimes it is what it is, you know. Even Jordan had a fucked up night sometimes. Yeah, we're gonna have to get us some new guests on here so we can go back and forth to talk about politics, sports, religion, all you smart motherfuckers. If you got something to say, come to the Ghetto Gazette. Get it off your mind. I love to go back and forth with some of you real motherfuckers, as you say you are, you know. Get at me if you really want to have something to say, you know. Maybe we can collaborate and talk about some shit, and I can see if you real fake as fuck. Just let me know. Cause we gotta let them know, you know, this shit gonna be on a Zoom. We gonna Zoom your ass so we can go back and forth. Because we ain't ready for you to come to the studio because we don't trust you. You know, I don't know you, but we just don't trust you. So we can keep it like that.
That's what happened today.
Did not really happen. Oh, what really happened, we had a rivalry game and the favorite lost. The guy over here in the red, they lost. They was at home. I was cheering. They told me that I'm not a fan, but you know, you might see me in Alabama, you might see me in Kentucky, but it's all SEC love. I roll with winners, so just to let you know, the guy on my left just let me see the score, 38-31. Y'all did y'all best. It was a good game, and y'all was ranked number 10, but I always remember the ACC will never be the SEC. So when you go play your little championship game, just remember who smacked the shit out of you before you go play. And good luck with that.
So who we got in the ACC championship?
You got Florida State.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Did we play them this year?
No. We played them last year. You don't want to know.
Did Bama play today?
Yeah.
Did Bama win today?
Last second play. Yes.
Last second play.
Yeah. Everything's good on my end. Yeah. Kentucky basketball won last night, so you know I'm good. Now all I need is Tuesday to come around. We got Miami. Y'all got New Mexico. So I have something wrote down by then, and maybe I have some new guests to talk to. Because, man, I got a lot of sports on my mind. And I need some of y'all just to really enlighten me about what y'all really think about what's going on with these programs out here. What's it called? The NIL deals?
It's messing college basketball up. I don't know what's going on with Angel Reese. I was trying to read up on her today, but obviously she's not playing this year.
Man, she's spending that money.
They said she done missed 3 games.
Yeah, she has. But you know, when she got that deal, she ain't had, I bet you her podcast, you go on her podcast, she probably got 5 million viewers. She got time to do all that shit, but she ain't been practicing or some bullshit. So.
Okay, so what does she want to do? Does she want a podcast or does she want to hoop?
They didn't say it was her podcast. First they were saying it was her grades.
I mean, is she going to school?
They ain't saying none of it. All it's just speculation. She's just away from the team. Social media build it up. I said if you go on her website right now, I bet it's just jumping because everybody want to know what's up with her.
What about Flage? Flage.
I have no idea who that
is. Angel Reese got a website.
I bet you she do.